Hey guys, in this video I wanted to discuss my choices for the war campaign research that you're going to start unlocking as you're leveling in BFA. This research will function very much like the Order Hall research did in Legion, but it looks like the choices are a lot less impactful than the Legion choices were. So to start with, we have 6 tiers, with the final tier having only one option, and I expect they'll probably add at least a couple more throughout the expansion like they did in Legion. So for the first tier, you have two choices, either 40% reduced Hearthstone cooldown or 20% mount movement speed increase after using a flight path for 5 minutes. In this case, I would definitely go with the movement speed increase, especially if you're playing a Gatherer. I don't think the Hearthstone cooldown really has much value. If you have the Orgrimmar Hearthstone that I explained in my last video, then this is definitely useless because that puts you right next to a Zandalar portal anyway. So yeah, I would probably go with this on all of my characters, unless it does not stack with buffs. I think the Death Knights and Paladins still have mounted movement speed increase. If it doesn't stack with those, then I guess you can go with the Hearthstone. But otherwise, I just feel like this has way more value. Because without flying, I'm expecting to use flight paths a lot to get around and do world quests. For the second tier, they're both troop options, and I feel like, so first you have 2 extra troops that you can house, and second you have instant troop recruitment. I feel like the only way the left one has any value is if it allows you to complete more missions at one time, if your goal is to be working on missions. So if you're going to try and use the missions like you did the order halls in Legion, I had like 15 order halls going in Legion for gold making. If this allows you to get more missions done at a time, there's value. But the thing is, I'm very lazy, so I'm going to forget, I know, to recruit troops on alts if I need them for doing missions, and being able to just recruit them instantly to me has way more value. So if I feel like I can get enough value out of this to do more missions, get more gold or rep or whatever other reward, I'll use it. But I'm going to start with this one and just see how things turn out, although it could change. So that would definitely be my choice to start with, especially on alts, so you can be lazy. The third tier are both things that are used on island expeditions, and neither one has any real value to me. This one gives you more doubloons. As far as I know, that's just a currency you can use to buy consumables that you use within an island expedition. If you're going to be doing lots of island expedition PvP, then that maybe is really cool for you. I don't really care about them. I'm just going to use them to get Azerite power because they seem boring to me. So I'll probably just take this in case I want to get extra consumables. The right one increases duration of shrines, which I don't think will really matter at all. Again, maybe if you're doing PvP, that would be cool for you, but this row really has no value to me. So I'll probably just take this one so I have more currency in case I need to use it. Now, the next tier, there's only one real option. The left one gives you more Azerite when doing world quests. That's completely obvious to me to take that. The right option just seems bad. It allows your Flight Master Whistle to give you a quick flight back to Zuldazar, the hub, when you use it next to a Flight Master. I usually, when I take a Flight Master, I just AFK or I do something else. Like, I find it useful to have time to just do something else anyway. So to me, this doesn't really have any value, and this is just so much better because you're going to need Azerite. So it's guaranteed I'm going to take this on every character. I don't see any reason to ever take this one on the right. Now, for the last tier, we can choose. They're both Warfront options, and to me this seems really pointless, although I'll be honest, I haven't actually done a Warfront, but my understanding, you always win the Warfront, so it doesn't matter what you do. Like, if you gather more resources or your troops are more effective, why does that make any difference? You're going to win anyway. I feel like the Warfront is kind of pointless, so this tier doesn't seem to do anything for me. If it gave you some kind of advantage after the Warfront when you're in the zone, the Arathi zone, doing stuff, then maybe that would be useful. But to me, I'm just going to pick probably the left one because maybe this will make the Warfront go faster if you can gather things. But I don't know. This seems totally useless to me. And then the last tier, you don't have a choice, but I think it's going to be really good, especially for alts. If you're going to be running gold missions and stuff through your alts, getting extra resources means you can spend less time doing world quests and things on them. So that's all of the choices we have so far. But like I said, I expect to see a couple more tiers like they did with Legion, Order Hall Research later in the expansion. But hopefully that will help you make a decision on which research to do while you pick them up. You'll get the first one pretty quickly after you do your first zone and start the war campaign. And then the second one and moving on, you just have to do various things. You can see the requirements listed on them when you get here to get them.